Let me see, we're about to go up this tree. There's that line going to the top. And then if I go look up there, this line goes over a secondary branch, which is a redirect, so it makes it fall right down this face of the tree, which is kind of nice. So I'm going to go up there first, and then we'll go on from there. Okay, so that took about 10 minutes to come up from there. My gear's still down there. Here's all my stuff. I'm still connected up. I haven't disconnected yet, but I have put in place my safety, which goes from there up to there, and I'll use that. The other end is right here, and I can slide through this prusik right here. So when I start free climbing, I can go end over end with that thing and never fall more than a few feet. Actually, I've never fallen, but sooner or later I will. Nice duct tape shoes, huh? I forgot to glue them last night. So that's that for right now. He's tidied up. The climbing line is over there, out of the way. The gear is all here, kind of slung over the branch. And this little white lightweight line is going all the way down there and then coming up and clipping onto my thing right here. So I can climb, and then every once in a while I'll stop, and I just saw a yellow jacket go by. I hope they don't have a nest up there. We'll find out, I guess. He's checking me out. And I can stop and pull this up. And then eventually this will, that heavyweight line, that's my 120 footer, I'll rig that up at the top and then slide down with that. Okay, first rest stop. Go down to the bridge. Someone down there wants to see me. And there she is. Stop there. Wave. Yep. So I've come up a little further, and I've encountered what I would consider my first obstacle. There's this branch here, and there's this branch here. And it's about 5 feet, which if I were a young buck, I would, just boost myself up, but I'm like, to hell with that. So I'm gonna put some on my shorter rope over one of those branches up there. I'm gonna get rid of this short thing right here, and I'm gonna just use it to climb up that stretch. And then we'll see what we get after we get to there. Okay, I'm all rigged up, ready to go for a very short climb. Little double rope around that knot, that tree. That'll take me up to there, and then I can sit on that one, and then I can go up farther. That's about all it's about. It's a pretty short climb, but I couldn't do it otherwise, so that's what you do. Okay, that totally didn't work, going around those two right there, so I re-rigged it. So I was going around the one above that. That should do better. Live and learn. And so I'm all ready to go again. Take two. So I just, I made it up past that spot, and then I've been free climbing with the safety back on. And I just noticed that the little cottage is now quite visible over there. That cottage we estimated at about 120 feet vertical above the parking lot, and I'm probably good 30 feet above it, so I'm about 150 right now, my guess. I'll know better on the way back down. The tree is considerably smaller. It's still 18 inches in diameter. Blowing a little bit. Let's see if we can get the sense of the, here, I'll brace it against the tree. I don't know if you can really get the sense of the other trees moving. It's kind of hard to pick up from a movie. We'll see if it gets a little more pronounced as I get a little higher. I can just see a really very graceful swaying back and forth of the big tree next to me. It's very nice. Like two tall ships. except for they would sway a lot more. It'd be much more terrifying. This is very gentle. So here we are. That's the cottage across the way. And this is about as high as I'm going to go. We're down to about 6 inches in diameter. And that's the top of the tree right there. I wanted to leave something up here, so I'm leaving a 19, whatever it is, I don't know what the age is. It's a 25-cent piece from Guatemala. I'm going to put it right in there. And hopefully it'll be there for a while. It's tucked into the wood. The wood strips away, so it may come down with time, but maybe not. Maybe it'll be here 500 years from now when this tree finally falls over and somebody wonders, what the heck is that coin doing in that tree? It's nice to think about. So now I'm all the way up here. I'm probably going to actually climb down to that branch and then set my first descent line on that, because it's kind of crowded up here. It's very busy. And it gets even busier right at the very top. So I think I'll just climb down a little bit for that. But it's a nice place to hang out for a while, though. And out that way. And the house is, that's the roof of the house down there. And out that way. Very nice to be up here, and you can get a much more sensation of the wind now. Let's see if we can focus on that tree over there. I can definitely feel us moving back and forth a little bit, although it's still very stately and quite peaceful. That's it. So I was up there. I'm going to say that's about 30 feet up, at least 25 feet up from where I am now. I've free climbed back down with a safety down to here. Rigged up this sucker here so that I can go down by the preferred method, rappelling down. And I've tidied up the whole safety. That's all tucked away back here now. And all the other gear's hanging off my butt. And I'm about to do a descent. And I bet I'm going to have to do it in 2 parts, because it's just probably longer than 60 feet down to the first spot. So I did, I'm now down to, back to, the trees back to whatever it is, 24 inches thick. And I had to pull my line down and reset. And now I can go on down from here. So that was about a 55-foot drop to get to here. So I'm about probably 80 feet from where I was at the top. So there and back again. All the way down, take it apart, head on out.